Hello and welcome to the Whisky.com news on the 23rd of November 2020, and we have a number of very interesting news this week. First of all are two new bottlings from the Elements of Islay. First one is called LP11. It's a Lafroig with 15 years of age, matured in bourbon barrels, 52.2% ABV, 496 bottles on the market. Then we have the BN8 Elements of Islay. It's a 5-year-old Bunnahabhain, American oak cask, sherry ox heads, not colored, not chill filtered, 58.4% ABV, and a whopping number of 1,896 bottles on the market. Then we have news from the Isle of Raasay. The Isle of Raasay distillery unveils their first whiskey. Yes, it was matured in first fill Tennessee whiskey casks and also in Bordeaux red wine casks. There are also fossils of stones in the glass, and they actually have 7,500 bottles worldwide to be sold. So it's not that small. So your chance of that you might get one of these bottles is not that small. It's quite good. So you might as well get out and try to get one of these bottles, as they are really, really interesting and really expected to rise in price very steeply. Then we have two bottlings from Signatory. Their autumn edition is out. The first one is a Strathmill 12-year-old single malt first fill sherry butts from Signatory. Not colored, not chill filtered, 50.5% ABV, 837 bottles in total. Next one is Port Skake, also 12 years old. Refill hogsheads from American Oak Oloroso sherry butts and American Oak Solera sherry butts. Not colored, not chill filtered, 45.8% ABV, and a total of 9,000 bottles on the market. Then we have news from Aberlour. There is a new 14-year-old Aberlour that just have been unveiled. Yeah, it was made with hand-selected Oloroso sherry casks and first fill American oak casks. And it will be available internationally, in December. Johnnie Walker just also released two new limited bottlings, and they are limited because they are normal bottlings that are jazzed up with their label. They are honoring the Chinese New Year, so not quite sure how internationally available they are, but they are a Blue Label edition and a King George V edition, so they are 200 and 400 pounds respectively. And so they are just have a new label out there. Then we have also new labels, new designs, new bottles for the Wemyss Malts. They're getting a new design for the Hive, the Spice King and the Peat Chimney. These are their core bottlings. They also got a bit more lively colors and new packaging, new bottle, as I said, and they are really redefining what the brand means. And also that is probably because they have their 15th anniversary in 2020, so this year. Then we have a new Glen Scotia unpeated on the market. 7 years, first fill bourbon barrels, not colored, not chill filtered, 56.8% ABV, and only 229 bottles on the market, so the chances of getting one are pretty slim. But what is probably easy to get is Glendronach cask bottlings, although some of them might sell really fast. This year, 18 whiskies are bottled in single casks by Rachel Berry, so she selects them and the distillery bottles them. They're all not colored, and they range from 48% to 61.9%. Worldwide available, and the prices vary between £100 and about £900. These are usually really good, and Rachel Berry does a good job in selecting them. The last news is not directly about whiskey, but a painting about whiskey. There was a painting about whiskey sold at Sotheby's, I think it was, for £900 £900,000, and the painting was made by Winston Churchill. Yes, he painted, and he painted the picture Jugs and Bottles. The picture shows a few jugs and a few bottles, and the bottles are whiskey bottles. One looks like Johnnie Walker Black Label, and the other one looks like a normal single malt Scotch whiskey. And we all know Winston Churchill was a big whiskey drinker, even maybe a bit too big of a whiskey drinker. So yeah, it was sold for £900,000. That was the most ever paid for a picture that was painted by Winston Churchill. Yeah, that was it for the news. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next week.